I have never, and I'm going to go on record saying this, ever seen a TV as competent, capable, brilliant, wonderful, and downright immersive. It's enchanting is the word I would use. Sucks you in, makes you want to watch things that you've already seen 1,000 times over again because it looks that good, then this TV right here with the Samsung S90D. I highly recommend it, and I think you should absolutely pick one up. Now, the reason for that is simply put, they went all out on this bad boy. They've got everything you could need from clarity to a color booster. I mean, it just looks like a premium gem. It feels like you're looking at a crystal. And then the colors are so vibrant and so pure. It starts to feel like bioluminescence. Like you're just out there on the water and you just see all these little bioluminescence. And it really feels like that. But I'll go a step further and say the experience is so badass and so wonderful. Okay? I'm going to give you a personal story here, okay? My wife went from liking the TV that she had. It was a big 75-inch Samsung TV, right? And she went from having that to seeing, like, I got the 65-inch S90D, and she was like, yeah, that's pretty badass. And I ended up giving that one to her, okay? That's how good it is. Even people who, like, don't really get into the technology or the TVs look at it and go, whoa. That's a TV. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, you have not experienced fun if you're an anime fan, like watching Demon Slayer, for example, on that TV. The colors on that thing are so well paired with the highlight detail of every little ray in the sky and every little reflection on metal, like earrings or necklaces or street lights, to the point where it literally just creates a photorealistic image to the likes of which I have never seen in the 9.5 years on YouTube doing this. Now, when have I ever said that about a television? Not ever. I'm not one to glow about TVs. I give what's called an earned review. And every ounce of what I'm saying right now is 100% earned. It is the grand spectacle of grand spectacles, and it isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. No, it's not going to be the brightest TV in the world. But what I found in my time reviewing the brightest TVs so far has been they create a general flatness to the image. There's no depth because they're so busy adding what's called global brightness, or in English, right? Let's just translate it. They make everything about the picture bright, including the shadows, to the point where you lose depth. And because you lose depth, it just looks like a flat, boring, overly bright picture. And so you're just stuck with a very, like, melancholy feeling of, well, I paid all this money and at least it's bright. But what the Samsung S90D does that's so special, it doesn't care about getting bright for the sake of being bright. It cares about being bright where it needs to be bright. This is a very rare thing, and very few TVs on the planet do it. And this TV does it so good that it literally will have you, like, in moments, I'm not even kidding, it takes your breath away. You're like, whoa, look at these colors. You can't help but say, look at these colors. It's almost like word vomit, right? And I was watching, like, P.S. I Love You with my wife literally the other night, and I'm watching this scene where they're in these pubs and she's walking down the street after the dude dies or whatever, right? And I'm like looking at this and I'm just like, this is an older movie and it is so immersive right now. I am locked in. All right. And this is the kind of stuff that, like, honestly speaking, guys, like, you can't make up. You're going to be going with your wife, with your son, with your daughters, with your relatives of all walks of life, your friends, sitting down in front of this TV and literally re-experiencing the cinema, the art of cinema again. You're going to notice lights you didn't notice. You're going to notice colors you didn't notice. You're going to notice everything you didn't notice before. And again, it's to a point where it's ridiculous to me that there is an S95D that's supposed to be the flagship, and I have it. And I have that flagship. And I'm not as impressed as I am with the S90D. Again, or the S95D as I am with the S90D. It's like madness. And all I could say as a review, which is why I wanted to do it in this format, in this way, is that it's honest to God just a great TV. Now, I don't feel like putting on some grand commercial or some advert because I'm a human being. And all I can tell you is this. It's a phenomenal TV that does a great job. And honestly speaking, if you really want an endorsement, I will tell you to no, run, don't walk to buy it. Do it before firmware updates come out. Do it before Samsung sees this video and starts getting salty and tries to do some janky stuff with updates so that it's like off par with what I'm saying right now, because I can only speak for at the time I'm making the review, the performance I'm seeing now. If it changes after down the road like it did with my Samsung S95B, well, I'm so sorry, but it does happen like that sometimes. The best advice I can give you when you run into absolute masterpieces like this, when televisions come out in masterpiece form, take it offline, leave it offline, buy yourself an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Roku box, a Fire Stick, don't care. Find another HDMI device to stream, or an HDMI device rather, to stream your apps from. Because if you do it internally, all you are going to do is set yourself up for disappointment when they, again, roll out an update that takes out brightness or maybe makes color a little weaker. I experienced all of this on my S95B. I had one of the Gem of Gem TVs, and I was about as happy as I am right now. However, it got rolled back and, diluted and treated like crap. However, this actually takes that S95B feeling to a higher level. And here's why. Because it's brighter, because it has more color, that color volume is just throwing way stronger. But it doesn't have the dimming that the S95B had, where it got dimmer a lot faster, so it stays brighter more consistently and longer across a wide array of types of brightness, including full screen brightness, which before would just overly dim almost immediately. This, I'm not joking. I'm going on almost 7 minutes now telling you how wonderful this is. It's basically me just being organic about what I'm experiencing, because I think that's a review. You don't always need to see test patterns and numbers and shit that frankly really don't mean anything to a human being, right? All that really matters is when you look at this TV, do you feel again? And I'm going to say that again. Do you feel again? Do you feel human? Do you feel the emotion the director wanted you to feel? Are you giddy, smiling ear to ear because you've never seen your favorite video game look like that? Because I experienced all of that on the Samsung S90D. And I am so glad that I own that TV and I can continue to enjoy it, and I can continue to make wonderful memories with my family. Everything from watching kid shows in the morning on Netflix to watching romance films at night. I can have a beautiful experience and time the way I wanted, the way it was supposed to be, because I bought this TV. And that's something I don't say ever unless it's earned. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you are smart with your dollars, do not waste your money buying more expensive. This is a day and age where more money does not always get you quality. So get something that I'm telling you right now, you are so going to be so happy about. You're not going to kick yourself or anything like that. And for anybody wondering, Samsung paid me $0 to say any of this. I have no ties to any companies. I am 100% independent. And if you like me being able to be independent like this, maybe consider joining the channel for $4.99 a month to help us stay independent and keep doing what we're doing and rocking. But either way, I appreciate all you guys for watching The Number One Brand in Honesty. And if you got a comment, question, or concern, leave it down below. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.